Our enemies are many, and they stand ready to pounce upon and exploit our every weakness. They play upon our vanities and flatter us in every kind of way. They tell us that this particular person or that particular country has greater or more favorable potentialities than the other. They do not tell us, unite, that we are all as good as we are able to make ourselves once we are free. We want, therefore, to develop our own community and an African personality. Others may feel that they have evolved the very best way of life, but we are not bound, like slavish imitators, to accept it as our mold. We find the methods used by others are suitable to our social environment, we shall adopt or adapt them. If we find them unsuitable, we shall reject them. Fighters for African freedoms, I appeal to you in the sacred name of Mother Africa to leave this conference resolved to rededicate yourselves to the task of forming among the political parties in your respective countries a broad united front based upon one common fundamental aim and object, the speedy liberation of your territories. Don't let us also forget that colonialism and imperialism may come to us yet in a different guise, not necessarily from Europe. We must alert ourselves to be able to recognize this when it rears its head and prepare ourselves. The stand I took at the United Nations on the Congo, and particularly on the legitimate government headed by Mr. Patrice Lumumba as Prime Minister, was based purely on principle. It was not a question of whether the government of Congo was pro-East or pro-West. The main issue was the principle of recognizing the legitimate central government which invited the United Nations to enter the Congo. To do anything to damage the prestige and authority of that government would be to undermine the whole basis of democracy in Africa.
Yes, my fellow Africans, today we are celebrating one of our past heroes in the name of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Today is his birthday. So in Ghana today is public holidays. They are celebrating him as their past leaders. But me, as a Nigerian, and also as a Pan-Africanist, I'm celebrating him as our hero because Kwame Nkrumah is an African hero. When you search your Google, can search top 10 heroes in Africa. You see that Dr. Kwame Nkrumah is second after Nelson Mandela. You get Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah played so many vital roles. He played a vital role in the liberation of so many African countries. Ghana is the first country to gain independence in Africa. Who made that happen? It was because of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He made that happen. And he also helped other African countries to gain their own independence. He supported so many African countries. He supported them. He cheered them to gain their own independence, including Nigeria, Congo, and so many other African countries. He helped them a lot. He helped so many African countries, both in terms of monetary and every other aspect. He helped them. He was a Pan-Africanist. So he had the ideology of bringing African and uniting Africans together. So African problem was his problem. He was carrying Africa on his head. The problem he had was he didn't get much support from other African leaders. He didn't get much support. Had it been, we had people like him, like 20 of him, then Africa wouldn't have been on the level they are today. The kind of mess we found ourselves in with the African. Africa is messed up. We wouldn't have been on the kind of mess that we find ourselves in today. I believe that every other African country is supposed to celebrate this particular hero because he did well for Africans. The whole of African countries, he did well for them. And he meant well for the whole of Africans. He was not just like focusing on his country. He was focusing on his country and also at the same time focusing on other countries in Africa, trying to better the life of every citizen in Africa. Like, for me, I refer him as an African president. Yes, he was a Pan-Africanist and he helped so many African countries. So me, I am seeing him as a past African president in general, not just a past Ghana. You can't just call him past Ghana president based on the role he played. You can refer him as a past African president in general. He's our general hero. He's one of our hero. Number second after him, after Nelson Mandela, he gets him, but he played a very vital role in every country in Africa. So I believe that it's not only Ghanaians that are supposed to be celebrating him. Every other country is too supposed to celebrate Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He played a very vital role in the whole of the African country, not just only in Ghana. So me as a Nigerian, I'm celebrating him as our hero, as a Pan-Africanist. Because me, Asante Beba, I'm a Pan-Africanist. I love anything good in Africa. Anything good in Africa, yes, that is where you will see me. So I'm celebrating him on behalf of Nigerians. I say, may his soul rest in perfect peace. I wish we can get people like him, because we need people like him in our present condition. As we the Africans, with our present condition, we need people like him. We need more of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, people like him. He had a very good ideology. All his mind was for African to come together as one. Okay, guys, if you know much about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, you can put it that in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up and wish him a happy birthday in the comment section. He's our hero. Me, as a Pan-Africanist, I am wishing him a happy birthday. And also, I pray that his soul should rest in perfect peace.